Welcome to another episode of You Know Ball, baby! Halloween edition. You already know, man, the season's coming up. I think you guys will be seeing this a little before Halloween, but me and Phil, we got to dress up a little bit. I know the season has officially started, but we're going to be talking about our top 5 things we're most excited for this NBA season. So this is obviously being recorded before the season start. Phil, how you doing today, brother?
Honestly, I'm good, bro. I'm in my little costume. I thought it was going to be goofy, but I like it. Like the little ears, got a little tail. But I'm doing good. I'm chilling. Okay. I'm excited to get into our top 5 hype list.
Yeah, I'm excited for this season, bro. It couldn't be any sooner. Deucer said he's gonna watch basketball this season, so we're dialed in. The whole staff is dialed in.
Mr. Knicks fan,
Mr. Knickerbocker is dialed in. Let's just get straight into this.
All right.
Honorable mentions for me: the Cavaliers and the Bucks were on my honorable mention list. Just kind of simple. I've been talking about the Cavs all offseason, so I didn't want to put them there because y'all know I'm excited about the Cavs. And the Bucks, I'm curious how they look this year. I'm really curious. Last honorable mention, I actually have the Lakers here.
Okay.
This is my Lakers case. If the Lakers do good, I think they have a fun enough roster to be exciting. If they're not, then they're the funnest team to root against. But I want to say, right now, I'm kind of leaning towards them being like a 6, 7 seed. Like I'm feeling a little bit better about their offense. I don't know if you put the Lakers on your list.
Well, the way I did mine was I literally talked about 5 things that I'm excited for this season. Not just teams, like 5 specific things.
I had things on my list, but did you have anything Laker related on your list?
Yeah. I had Laker stuff related.
I just feel like the Lakers, their offense is going to be really good. I just don't know where their defense is going to come from other than AD.
I'm worried about that.
It might be a mess.
I'm worried. I think more and more we just need a center. Yeah. Like drastically. But I think it's going to happen. I don't
even think center might be I think y'all need a defensive guard, bro.
Like Marcus Smart?
Like someone like that.
I'd be cool with Marcus Smart.
I don't know who. None of your guards to me are stoppers. Or you don't have anyone to stop an elite guard, bro.
I think that the plan was that they wanted Jared Vanderbilt to be that guy, but he's been super unhealthy. Yeah. So, I think they're just going to use him in a trade.
Shout out Jared Vanderbilt on my fantasy team.
I love him. You drafted him?
Yeah, I did.
Was that in Dynasty?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He was like one of my last picks.
Oh.
So I just got him. He's on my bench, but he's going to be a stat stuffer. So.
Low key, yeah.
He's gonna.
When he plays, that Celtic game.
Yeah.
All the hope, bro, went out the window.
What did you have on? Did you have honorable mentions or no?
Honestly, no. I just had 5 things.
Let's go to your 5.
All right. At number 5, thing I'm hype about, Paolo Banchero and Scotty Barnes.
Okay.
I'm excited to see this season, bro. Like, with them, I really do feel like this is going to be a season where they're going to solidify their spots and, maybe even, they're going to solidify their spots in top 20.
Wow.
I think because right now I feel like it's questionable if they're there, even questionable if they're in top 30. But I feel like this year is going to solidify them there. I think Scotty Barnes is going to be so much better than last year. I think he's going to bring the Raptors back to the playoffs, maybe.
Ooh,
maybe.
Now you're rocking with it.
I'm seeing some stuff where I'm like he could probably lead them back to a playoff berth. I'm seeing some stuff.
I don't know, bro. Maybe. I think there's one spot in the East that's super up for grabs. So maybe they sneak into that play-in.
That's what I'm saying.
But you think a 6 seed?
Nah, not a 6 seed. I feel like they could get into the play-in and then take the 8th or 7th seed.
Okay. My number 5, I know this isn't NBA related, but just got to get this off my list. College basketball, man. I'm looking forward to it. I know you messaged me the other day. It kind of pissed me off.
Why?
The Cooper Flag highlight, and then you said him and Ace Bailey are going to be going at it.
Yeah.
That pissed me off because I wanted to come here and say Ace Bailey might take the number 1 spot.
He might.
But I thought you'd be Cooper Flag riding.
No, because
I wanted to get into it.
Here's the thing. I love Cooper Flag, but I did watch Ace Bailey in a couple of those preseason games.
He looks like KD, bro.
He looks really good.
Guy. But this could be the year. And I know Greg Oden got hurt, but this could be how close the number 1 pick is, where it's Cooper Flag's more of that Greg Oden type of guy. Oh. And not type of guy, but Greg Oden was a dog. Bro.
Yeah.
He was a dog. I'm saying more a big man, and Ace Bailey's more of that rangy wing,
I don't know, bro. I beg to Ace Bailey, really, really, really good scorer. Like, I was impressed. I didn't think he could score like that. Like, he's fast. He can move like I want to say a 6'7" small forward. I'm impressed with it. But with Cooper Flag, the thing that's still selling me is his IQ on both sides of the ball. His defense and awareness, like the way he was chasing down blocks, the way he was like floating in the air to wait for it too, and the way he was getting rebounds, shooting, and getting his teammates involved, I'm really impressed with.
This could be the most interesting. This is so weird, but it could be the most like interesting draft lottery ever.
Oh, it will.
Because like we could get a lottery pick from the Clippers.
I wanted to bring that up.
If Kawhi is out, which they slid on my list because of the Kawhi indefinitely thing, and like not to praise or nothing because it sucks he got hurt, but like I literally said that in that episode where it's like every time Kawhi is like sneaky hurt and like it just comes out of nowhere, I feel like he's gonna miss like a lot of time.
Oh, he's gonna miss a lot of games,
and it sucks obviously because I know you don't, but I like the Clippers. Like I like the idea of Harden and Kawhi on the court without Paul George. I wanted to see that this year, and we're not going to see much of it. But if we could get that pick, the Spurs are another team where it's like, bro, even like a team like the Hawks, you pay a Trae Young with a Cooper Flag, and you had the number 1 pick before that. Like even the Nets, like having Cooper Flag have his own team and stuff like that. Like, but if the Thunder were to get the number 1 pick, I'd want Ace Bailey.
You got to go Ace Bailey. And
that would be such a nasty fit.
I'm going to be for real. If I'm the Hawks, I go for Ace Bailey too. Cooper Flag just doesn't make sense to me with the Hawks or with OKC because he'd be fun, but it just feels like another like he can score, but I feel like Ace Bailey like can really score. Yeah, and I feel like you're going to need that around SGA, around Jalen Williams, around Alex Caruso.
I like Cooper Flag in Atlanta though, because I think like the Onyeka experiment for me is done. Like, if Onyeka, I know a lot of people are like Capella's taking Onyeka, but if Onyeka was like that guy, he would have passed him up. Like, let's be for real. Clint Capella isn't no all-star where it's like Onyeka can't pass him up. There's nothing he could do to pass him up. You know, like if he was gonna do it, he would have done it. So now you have like point guard Trae Young, Zach Researcher at small forward. And then you have a Cooper Flag at center, and then you just, like, whoever you want put in between those guys. Like, that is an elite young core. But, yeah, or even, like, a Hornets or a Pistons, if they somehow, like, land that number 1 pick, bro.
I would go Cooper Flag if I'm the Hornets.
I would go Cooper Flag if I was the Hornets. I think I would go Ace Bailey if I was the Pistons.
Yeah.
Like how many times could we say that about like number 1 picks where it's like fit based, you know? Because
that's
both
what
these
I like.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the Greg Oden KD thing, it's kind of like that where it's like they're just both dogs, you know. Let's go to number 4, but before we do that, let's hear a word from our sponsor. We want to give a huge shout out to Boom Fantasy for sponsoring this episode. Boom Fantasy is a betting app like something you have never seen before. Their pick and spin feature allows you to cash out up to 500 times your money on a 2-leg parlay. If that's not your style, they have a traditional pick 'em as well. You can play with different stat odds and different payout odds that'll shift accordingly. Sign up with Boom with the link in the description or use code RTP when signing up for a risk-free $250 bet. Simple, fun, daily fantasy sports. Gamble responsibly. All right, Phil. Let's hear your number 4.
All right, at number 4, I am excited to see trades around Brandon Ingram, Jonas Valanciunas, Corey Kispert, Nick Richards, and Trae Young.
I don't think Kispert could get traded anymore because they extended him.
I just saw that right now.
But yeah, I feel
wrote this down earlier.
Who was the last guy you said?
Trae Young.
I think you said Nick Young.
Oh, I said Nick Richards.
Okay.
Because I'm just excited for the trades this year because I feel like there's a lot more teams. Like I feel like this is a battle. This is going to be a battle this year. There's so many people that can contend. I know the Celtics are the top dog, but I feel like with the Knicks making that huge trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Oklahoma City Thunder, Dallas Mavericks, you name it. Like, there's so many teams that can contend, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of trades that are going to be made that are going to be super interesting to give them a bigger impact to win the championship this year.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, teams like the Bucks or, like, the Kings. Like, the Kings just opened up a lot of money to make a move. The Lakers, Warriors, like these are teams that like are kind of in prime position to make a trade. I would love to see the Bucks move Brook Lopez too. I think that could be a dude that could help out somewhere else, and maybe I think his time is kind of done in Milwaukee. Like I think it's played out at this point. But yeah, that is interesting. I don't think Trae Young goes anywhere this year. I think he might be locked down there.
Yeah.
But Nick Richards, I think, definitely goes. Ingram definitely goes. Who was the other guy you said? Second guy?
Jonas Valanciunas.
Val. I don't know if Val goes. I think they might have Val rock out to help Alex Sarr because I think they want Alex Sarr to be a full-time center.
That's what I was thinking before, but I thought it was just super weird right when they got him. They were like, yeah, we're preparing to trade him. And that was just making me feel like if they said this later on, I would have been like, okay, like it's iffy. Like obviously he's going to stay because nobody's going to take him. But if they're that desperate to say literally 3 hours after they got him that they're looking to trade him, I'm like, they're probably going to trade him.
But things kind of change. You look at last year, the Blazers, when they got Malcolm Brogdon, I think they kind of realized, like, hey, we need Malcolm here to teach Scoot. You know? Like, I think, because it was that vibe last year. When they got Malcolm Brogdon, it was like, okay, like, they got Malcolm Brogdon to trade him. And then his value wasn't what they wanted, so they kept him there because he's more valuable there than anything they could get. I feel like that might be the same way with Valanciunas. Because what do you really get for Valanciunas?
I mean, you get a post-scoring big that can rebound really well.
When you trade him away, what is your value?
Oh, that's what you mean. My bad. Because he's on a 10.5 this year, so.
Like, you wouldn't – I feel like pick-wise, he's not worth a first.
Probably like some rookies in the first, maybe.
Some rookies and a first?
I don't know. I'm trying to guess it because if I'm thinking like the Wizards, what sense would it make to just get a veteran with this team?
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like if they got rid of him, they wouldn't get his value back. Because I don't think he's worth some rookies in a first. I don't even think he's worth a first.
Well, I mean, what type of value would be looking for? Because, I mean, you got Keyshawn George, Alexander Sarr, Bub Carrington. Like, you already got some rookies that you want to build around. So don't you just want to try to get even a second-round pick with that?
I don't know. I think you're going to have a second, you know? Like, I would rather just have him there as a veteran in the locker room. Because we see teams like the Wizards last year fall apart because they don't have vets. You feel me? So,
yeah.
My number 4, I had the Miami Heat having the best roster since LeBron was there. I love this Heat team this year. Am I spitting or what?
I kept trying to tell you, my boy.
You kept trying to tell me what?
I kept trying to tell you I like this roster. You were like, nah, like Jimmy Butler ain't going to play too much. Isn't that? I'm like, bro, that roster look good. You were saying that like a couple of videos before.
Nah,
like before you started hyping them up.
Maybe that's your college homies. That's not me.
Nah, I swear it was you. I swear.
I don't think so, bro.
Or maybe I'm tripping.
No, you know what I said? I said I don't want to believe in, I think a full season from Jimmy Butler or something like that.
Maybe that's what it was.
But I would never hate on the roster. I think this roster is good. It makes sense. I feel like every time I talk about this roster, I forget to mention Terry Rozier. So I'm going to give him his flowers. Like that's
Scary Terry.
Who I feel like with a full season there, he's going to hoop. Like hoop. Like 22, 23 points per game hoop. Tyler Herro's there. Obviously, maybe I'm not as high on him. Jaime, Jovic. Like, they have so many dudes around Jimmy and Bam this year for the first time where it's, like, not just, like, oh, like, who are the Heat going to make good this year? You know, it's, like, they're actually good. So, I'm rocking with this Heat roster this year for sure.
My bad. I thought there was a trade that just happened. The chat was going crazy. What? I thought it was. It's just somebody talking about basketball starting tomorrow.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Sorry about that. Are we on number 3?
We're on, you said, yeah, number 3.
All right. Number 3. OKC's potential title run. I'm actually hyped to watch this.
I have literally that number 1.
Number 1?
So I'll talk about it with you.
Okay. I'm just excited to watch this because, like I said before, when my Lakers were in the dumps 2012 or 2013 to like 2018, I was watching OKC. I was in love with Russell Westbrook. I was mad at Kevin Durant for leaving. I liked Jeremy Grant. And did you have both the Grants on that team?
No.
I like the Paul George era. Like for
Paul
a second,
George era was cool.
Besides playoff P. That was sad, bro. But I was rooting for him. So like seeing this, like, yeah, this man be talking about my Lakers badly sometimes, but I'm low key still a fan of OKC. And like I love SGA. I love Lou Dort. I love Jalen Williams. I love Alex Caruso. You got a Laker on that team. I gotta root for him. And I love Isaiah Hardenstein. So they got players I like on that team that I'm gonna be rooting for. Like, I low-key want to see him win a chip. And also, they could probably save me from a dark timeline of the Celtics winning.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like, this feels like the first year in a while where there's, like, real stakes with the Thunder. Like, last year... I
like Chet. My bad. I want to say that.
Shout out Chet.
I like Chet.
Last year, we were the 1 seed, but it kind of felt like we were allowed to lose in the first round. Because we were, like... Even though people were saying we were going to lose in the first round, which I didn't think. But we were a young team. We were tied for the 1 seed with 2 other teams. So it's not like we were, like... way better than a bunch of teams or nothing like that. And to me, I still feel like we should have won that game where Shea fouled Luka. But yeah, I just think this is the first year where there's real stakes. Like it's like if we lose now at any point, I'm actually gonna be like disappointed because this team should be a team in the conference finals next year, at least conference finals next year. That's my expectation for them. Yeah, we have a great roster, obviously, great role players. Finally, young core. Like we got everything you would want in an NBA team, and
Isaiah Joe off the bench.
Facts.
Boom.
Facts. Buckets. That's what I'm saying. Like, that was a surprise that he stayed with us. Case and Wallace.
That was insane.
And you know what's scary?
And Case and Wallace.
Next year, we're going to have Topic. Like, Topic could have been the number one pick if he didn't get hurt.
I'm just not too high on Topic.
Bro,
I don't know why.
I'm not as high as maybe... Oh, actually, I'm not even going to say that because this draft wasn't all that. But, like, Topic, before the season started, was supposed to be the number one pick. It was like him, Collier, and I think Sarr maybe, but it wasn't supposed to be like Rissicher and like all these dudes, you know, like those are supposed to be the guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna shout them out. But I guess that's my number 3 too. So what's your number 2?
Oh, okay, that was your number 3.
Well, it was my number 1, but
got you. All right, at number 2, I'm excited for JJ Redick's coaching.
I am too.
I'm super excited to see what he does. Like watching that preseason game live, seeing how he talks and communicates with the team. You can see the team are dialed in. I'm not saying like we win a championship going crazy with them. They're just dialed in and listening to him. Like, and he looks like he's actually teaching them something. With Darvin Ham, he'd just be like, yeah, go right there.
Nah, he wouldn't be like that. He'd be like this.
Pockets. He's thinking pockets. But this man is always thinking. Always. Like, he's always just... like trying to get something going. He's always talking about defense too, which surprised me because I thought he'd be more offense. But he's talking about he was saying this maniac was saying he had a zone defense prepared for sticking Jared Vanderbilt, and he was already drawing up ATOs for sticking Dalton Connect and what's his name, Quincy Olivari. That was crazy. That was crazy, bro. Yeah. You didn't even get to do yet, and you already drawing up plays for him. And I like that. So I'm excited to see what he does.
Yeah, I think that is good. I'm excited for the Lakers offense for sure. Maybe
it's gonna be fun to watch.
I need to see their defense. Like the talk about having things schemed up is obviously talk. You know, I got to see it in action. But offensively, bro, I think this offense is going to look a lot better. My only fear is, let's say 50, 40 games, 30 games even into the season, the Lakers aren't winning, and they're kind of stopped listening to JJ Redick. That would scare the fuck out of me because I think long term, bro, post LeBron Lakers, I think it's a lot better if JJ Redick's the coach than whoever else the Lakers could pick as the head coach.
I'm just thinking that no matter what, even the chemistry that LeBron and JJ like made on Mind the Game and the way they were talking to each other, I feel like yeah, there's going to be some frustrating games where they lose and like people are going to be in dumps, but I feel like they're still going to be listening to him because they know that he's like gonna try to fix things for him. He's not just gonna blame it on the players. I feel like that was the main thing. Like the thing I noticed last year was the players loved each other. Like the Taurean Prince stuff, Cam Reddish, them getting playing time. Yeah, maybe it angered some people. But they weren't angry at those players. They were angry at Darvin Ham for making bad lineups. So like even after losses, when Darvin Ham would say, "Man, people just gotta play this and that," like I feel like that would destroy some confidence in them. With JJ Redick, like. The game we lost in the preseason, he was really like, yeah, I didn't have the good execution. I feel like I put him in the wrong defensive. Like, he's taking accountability for his actions. Yeah. So as long as he's doing that, I think it's better than just Darvin Ham stinking Jared Vanderbilt and Cam Reddish to be shot creators. Like, are you kidding me?
But also at the same time, like, you could be a good guy and your team not listen to you. You feel me? Like, that's
true.
Darvin Ham might have been a dickhead for blaming players and stuff, but... And JJ Redick's a better coach. But I'm saying if this team, like, because LeBron's 40, bro, like, Anthony Davis he had his best year in a while last year. Like, we could definitely see regression from those two. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Anthony Davis doesn't have as good of a year because his year was so good last year. Yeah. And LeBron getting 40, obviously, like, he's going to regress at some point. Austin Reeves looked like he peaked last year. That he could regress. Like, there's players that could start playing worse. And I just don't want that to be blamed on JJ Redick. Yeah. You know? Because
I'm not going to blame him.
I know you're not. But I'm saying, like, are you confident Laker fans aren't going to?
Oh, there's going to be some not so bright Laker fans blaming JJ Redick.
That's what I'm saying.
It's overall this season, we're going to be looking at what players work and don't work in this system. Yeah. Because I want to keep them. I do.
Yeah. Shout out Dalton Connect, too. Hey, who had him number 2?
You had Dalton Connect number 2?
I had him number 2.
Woo!
Bro, y'all like be acting like I don't really do this.
I got Dalton Connect number 1.
Really?
I got Dalton Connect number 1.
Talk about it then, and I'll talk about my next two.
Let's talk about it both. You start first. This is your number 2.
I don't got nothing Connect related. Talk about Connect, bro.
Okay.
I want to hear about your Connect foe.
Bro, what was the one thing I was saying in this draft? Who was my favorite player in this draft who I thought was going to go top 5? Connect, bro. Connect 4. So the fact that he went to us, and I understand he was 23. It was going to happen, 17. But the fact that he came to us, he fits the wants that we wanted. He has experience. And he came in. He's shooting shots that I want him to take. He's committed to defense. He's rebounding. I love that. And he had himself a 30 ball in preseason, even though it's not a huge deal. But, like, him getting that
No,
off
that's
of threes,
a big deal, bro. I'm not going to, like, you know me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take any opportunity to, discount something you said.
Mm-hmm.
But in the preseason, bro, like, for a rookie to go out there and have 35 to score 20 straight points, like, that's impressive, bro. I know they were playing against, like, not the starters or nothing like that.
Well, it was like bench versus bench.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like he's playing against the top grade A NBA competition, but it's better than summer league competition.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So it does matter. And it also shows how JJ Redick's going to incorporate him. Mm-hmm. What scares me, though, is I don't want him to become a catch and shooter. I know he wasn't doing that in that game.
Yeah.
But I do think next to LeBron and AD, it's kind of easy for you to just say, like, Connect, stay in that corner.
Yeah.
I think Connect needs to have the ball. And I feel like they did a good job doing that with Reeves because they very well could have made Reeves a catch and shooter, and he does get the ball and playmaking privileges. I just hope they give Connect that same respect because I think Connect is probably better with the ball and a better shooter than Reeves.
Yeah, like my hope is I want him to play like Reeves. I want him to be able to have control, like be like the secondary ball handler, but still be able to like score at will.
What do you think about – this is completely hypothetical, right?
What's up?
What do you think about benching D'Lo for Don Connect and having LeBron be the primary ball handler?
That would be tough.
Because D'Lo, they did look better when D'Lo was the primary ball handler.
That is true. That's what I've always been preaching about, too. I like it when LeBron's playing off ball and then D'Lo's the playmaker because he could get it to him.
Yeah.
And then LeBron scores way more, which causes problems because Draymond Green said it himself. It was tough for them to defend because LeBron was off the ball and they thought the whole play was going to be him on the ball with D'Lo in the corner. But that's why I like D'Lo being the primary ball handler. But with Dalton Connect and Austin Reeves both as the backcourt, and then you have LeBron being the primary ball handler, I wouldn't be too mad at that. But
that's more like Cleveland LeBron, though. Like, that's how he would play then. But, yeah.
But low-key, I think we're going to have to just trade D'Lo in that aspect, too.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he'd want to just come off the bench.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't know where he would go to be, like, not the guy, but, like, a valued starting point guard. Like, there's no team that, like, off the dome where I'd be like, oh, yeah, they could use D'Lo.
I'm going to need you to go crazy with them points and assists this year, D'Lo.
I'm trying to look at these jerseys. What team would be like, maybe like Phoenix?
I can see Phoenix.
That'd be sick.
I can see Phoenix.
That'd be sick. But I just don't know what they would have to give back.
Give us Oso, bro.
Nah,
give us Oso.
They ain't done that.
I love that man. Give me Oso and Gadaro.
All right, I'll talk about my number 2 and my number 1.
All right.
First one, I'm so excited for the Kings offense. This is another thing I've been talking about all offseason. But they have, like, legit 4 all-star caliber players if Keegan could take a jump. If Keegan could go out there and average 22, 23, just stand in the corner shooting, dude, this team is going to be scary, you know? And then they also have, like, Malik Monk. They're saying Devin Carter's actually going to come back at some point in the season.
Really?
Yeah. So
Okay,
it's like Kevin Herter, who had a down year last year, if he could kind of get back to what he was. Like, they have a lot of dudes where it's like, yeah, like, those are NBA players alongside 4 stars. Like, that team, I think that team's going to be good, bro. That offense is going to be good. And then if they could find a way to get Jeremy Grant to come off the bench there.
Jeremy Grant?
Yeah, because that's who they're probably going to trade for. Either him or Levine.
Oh, that's what you mean. I was like, he's on the team now?
No. But I'm saying, like, they opening up money to land him or Levine.
Or Kuzma. I wouldn't mind Kuzma going there. That'd be a good idea.
Kuzma would be cool there, but I think Jeremy Grant would be better fit because Kuzma does what a lot of their players do. Jeremy Grant could hopefully go back to being like that lob catching defender instead of like putting the ball on the ground as much as he did. But my number one thing was the Thunder. But my number two thing, I guess, is going to be the Hornets, Pelicans, and Pistons playing AAU ball, baby. They're going to be out there running, dunking, jumping. I need to see pre-games where they're dunking and they're all jumping together. You know, like, those are going to be those are going to be the three teams I'm probably going to watch the most, bro.
Okay.
Those teams are going to be out there hooping.
Hornets are going to be fun to watch, bro. But it's
Facts.
probably because I'm trying to watch my boy Nick Richards. Trying to scout him.
Hey, that'll be a quick watch.
That man better be a Laker.
15 minutes.
And Cody Martin. I like Cody Martin. I know LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, and obviously Brandon Miller, I'm going to watch him. But Cody Martin, Nick Richards, those are two guys I'm watching this year.
I might be a sneaky Pistons fan next year, bro.
Oh, you love that man, K. Cunningham.
I do, bro.
What about
And
Ron
they're
Holland?
good. They actually make sense this year, bro. They actually make sense, bro. You're talking about Cade, Malik Beasley, whoever they want to start at small forward. I'd probably start Tim Hardaway Jr., Tobias Harris, and then Jalen Duren. Come on.
I heard that they were starting Isaiah Stewart no matter what.
Really?
At the 4, I think. I think they like that.
Which he shot good last year. So you could start Isaiah Stewart and Tobias Harris at the 3. But you got fucking shooters finally around Cade Cunningham. Because low-key last season, like, the second best shooter other than Cade was probably fucking Isaiah Stewart.
Or Jaden Ivey.
Or Jaden Ivey. But Jaden Ivey isn't. I'm talking about, like, off-ball shooter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, a dude to play off Cade was probably, like, Stu. I feel like I'm blanking on someone. I think they had
Alec Burks?
Alec Burks or Fontecchio. Didn't they have him for a bit?
Or Fontecchio or something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But stuff like that is such an upgrade on the roster. And then the Pelicans, bro, that's going to be a fun-ass team. Zion and DeJounte pick and rolls, bro. Who's stopping that? I'm rocking with that team for sure.
I love it. I just wish they wouldn't. I wish they wouldn't have Zion be the heaviest dude on the floor.
I'm cool with
Herb Jones as the guy switching with him, center, power forward stuff. I don't know. I just with Yves Missy, I really wish they could start him. I wish they could. I think that'd be a hard lineup to score on with Zion at the 4, with Yves Missy just down there rim protecting.
You know what I'm kind of starting to realize, though? Like, sure, big men are going to cook them, but they're going to fuck up some guards, bro. Like, DeJounte, if DeJounte could get back to that, and then Herb Jones, like, that is, like, damn near impossible to score on if you're a scoring guard, bro. How the fuck you get by that?
I do like the idea of, what's his name? Trey Murphy when he comes back, doing the whole lineup where it's just DeJounte, CJ, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Zion, and then you're just shooting the hell out of the 3
That's
ball.
what I'm saying.
So
they just got to get rid of Ingram.
They got to get that conditioning up, my boy.
I say get rid of Ingram, not for like a center, but maybe a dude who could play backup center. And then, like, if this Zion at center shit doesn't work, you have the option to go through with playing a real center. But Daniel Tice is also serviceable. Like,
what do you think about Brandon Ingram, or if there was any way to do this? I'm not looking at money, nothing, but what about a Brandon Ingram for Jabari Smith Jr. swap?
I don't think the Rockets would do it.
I know. I'm just saying that there was
like hypothetically, like I would like that for the Pelicans a lot
because
he can shoot.
One thing I do like is like the small forwards. I don't like Herb Jones playing the big, but I do like power forwards playing the big. So Jabari Smith Jr. with his 7'6", 6'10" self playing on that team, switching with Zion, I think that would be really good.
What about like, and again, this isn't 1-for-1, but something involving Brandon Ingram for Brook Lopez?
Yeah, you know what? That would work because then you got all these other guys focusing on rebounds, and you have a space of a 3-point shooting center.
Exactly. And Zion could still be like primarily in the paint, getting rebounds and doing what they want him to do.
Honestly, that's the trade I'd probably do if I was the Pelicans.
I mean,
I want to win a chip.
I would probably have like, you probably got to get a little bit more than just Brook Lopez, who could like retire at the end of the year.
Marjan Beauchamp. Get that boy.
Didn't they get rid of him or something like that?
They got rid of Beauchamp?
Something happened
No
with him this
way,
week.
bro. I actually like Beauchamp. Or I don't even know if I'm saying his name.
No.
Right.
They put him on the trade block. Sorry.
Oh, they put him on trade block?
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of him.
Interesting.
But yeah, like that would be cool. Like that's something. And Beauchamp, I feel like would fit that team because he could run with those dudes too. Youngin. So yeah, I mean, y'all let us know at home what you think. Phil, outro this because I gotta take a piss.
Yes, sir. Hey, honestly, guys, what are you excited about for this 2024-25 NBA season? Mr. Hot Dog had to go. But anyways, Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Add us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. And just left, so you already know we about to get out, and let's bounce. Boom!